What is your job on the CYGNET study?
My job, well, I'm trained as an adolescent clinical psychologist. So I came into this study to give advice to the investigators about how early life factors, particularly those in the family and in regards to like girls' emotional and behavioral health, might influence their pubertal transition and then lead to better or worse kind of outcomes.
Do you think, or are the facts showing there is a correlation between stress during adolescence and developing chronic diseases like cancer?
That is a really good question. And it's a very, very hard question to answer because I'm sure that you can imagine how difficult it would be to study stressors in early life and see how they then influenced long-term trajectories over time. So CYGNET is a really interesting study in that where we followed girls now for 8-9 years. And to the extent that you let us, we may continue that into young adulthood and even further on. But you can imagine that over time, it's really hard to keep individuals in these long-term studies, right? So we don't have good data that shows whether early stressors lead to adult disease that happen where things were measured in real time. What we tend to do is we ask adults, what happened in your childhood? Was your childhood stressful? And various kinds of stressors is what we ask about. Those studies show that early life stress does get under the skin somehow and does put people at risk at higher risk for disease later in life. But we haven't had the chance to follow those people over time in real time. So while we have a suspicion that that's probably the case, and there's a lot of good evidence to back it up, some studies that are coming online will really be able to help us figure that out more clearly. And actually more important than the risk, what protects people? If you're exposed to major stressors in early life, why do some people do really well? And once we know that, then maybe we can help promote those kinds of things, those more positive factors. So it's a good idea not to just focus on the risk, right?
Phthalates are chemicals found in everyday products used for cleaning and hygiene, packaging, toys, and foods.
Choose alternatives such as cloth, porcelain, ceramics, metal, glass, and fragrance-free products.
Phthalates can be transferred from plastic packaging to the products they contain before being transferred to your body.
To avoid phthalates, do not buy products labeled with number 3 plastics.